Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and this subscriber sent a donation, so thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click the link below and send a donation. So this one says, Mr. Locario, I went out to a bar to meet up with some friends to see a band. One girl came in, and my friend introduced me to her. She happened to be a friend my buddy knows. I started out with small talk, and we kept hanging out all night. Later on that night, I decided to turn up the flirting and sexual tension with her, and it looked like she was being responsive to it. I was dancing with her on the dance floor in a sexual way by making out with her. She was grinding on my dick, rubbing her hands all over me, etc. Then, after we danced, she disappeared for about 10 to 15 minutes. Not sure where she went, but when I noticed she disappeared, I didn't want to waste my time wondering where she went, so I saw this other hot girl at the bar, and she was giving me the eye contact, and I went up and approached her. I was talking and flirting with this different girl for about 20 minutes, and then the first girl that I was building sexual tension with that disappeared earlier came back and saw me talking to this other girl. I knew she saw me because she was standing next to me seeing me talk to girl number 2. I went out and danced and flirted with girl number 2 to build my options and do the same thing like I did with girl number 1. To make a long story short, as the night wore on, I got both of the girls' phone numbers, girl number 1 and girl number 2. Then at the end of the night, the first girl that was all over me all night on the dance floor continued to be sexual with me and told me she was horny. So I told her I feel horny too. Let's get out of here and go back to my place. Then she said, "Oh, I would love to have sex with you, and I'm horny, but I can't do that because I don't know you." I didn't believe her and told her that makes no sense whatsoever. Either you're down to fuck or not. She said it makes perfect sense because I don't hook up with random guys out at bars that I just met. Then I tried to get with girl number 2 and do the same thing with her, and it appeared she wasn't as into me like girl number 1 was. Then I proceeded to text both of them the next day to set up a date. None of them responded. It's really weird when the girl is making out with me and doing all these things, giving me signs that she wants to have sex and telling me she wants to, and then she's wishy-washy about it when I get to the point. I've never had that happen before. So what do you think happened here? I know both girls knew I was being flirty and sexual with both of them. Do you think it was a bad idea for me to work on both of them? And do you think that the reason why girl number 1 avoided sex is because she just wanted me to give her sexual attention all night without doing sex? And if so, if I run into this situation again, how much attention should I give these women when I meet them at these bars? All right. So this is the thing, women, they are always going to, act in a certain way based off of how they feel about you, right? So what's going to happen is that sometimes you're going to have girls who they're going to, be so into you that they're going to want to do you now. They're going to want to have sex with you that night, right? You just met them at a bar, whatever, y'all chilling, y'all doing your thing or whatever, and then yet you end up smashing. Then you have those girls who, you meet and you think it's going to go down that way, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, but I don't know you like that, and blah, 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 right? And then, of course, you got the girls who you try to get with, and nothing pops off because they're not really feeling you, or they just on some attention horseshit or whatever it is, right? Now, in your situation, what happened was, you were talking to these 2 girls, which was good, doing your flirting thing. So you can, and this is the thing, if you're at a bar, club, whatever, you can flirt with whoever the hell you want to flirt with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not obligated to stick with any one girl. Now, the only thing that I would say, though, is that if you are interacting with a chick and she's continuously showing you cooperation, you want to sort of see, feel that situation out and see if you can, pull her. So, for example, if you're at, just some bar or whatever, like, in your situation, you said that girl number one had left for like 10, 15 minutes. So then, of course, if that's the situation, you go to girl number two. But let's say girl number one didn't leave and y'all were continuously interacting with each other. You keep doing that until the time where you want to pull her out the spot. You feel what I'm saying? And then what happens is that if she's not on that shit where she's trying to go, right, then you can move on to the next girl. But in your situation, the girl number one left, so it gave you room to move on to the next girl. You feel what I'm saying? But either way, you don't have to feel obligated just to stay with one chick. You understand what I'm saying? All night. But if the situation's going well with that one chick, you want to sort of feel it out to the point where you pull. This is why a lot of times you want to work fast, because you don't want to end up chilling all night with one girl and then this type of situation happens where she gets on some, oh, but I don't really know you type shit. And then you wasted all night dealing with this girl who ain't really trying to make nothing happen. So what you want to do is you want to, talk to the girl, flirt with her real quick, build that sexual tension real quick. If you get to the point where y'all kissing, then you want to pull her out at that point. You understand? And if she's not trying to go at that point, be like, all right, peace out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go see what's popping over here. Right? But see, the thing that happened in your situation is this, is you were just with a girl who didn't see you as the type of guy that she wanted to make it happen with right then and there. You understand? That's all that really is. You feel what I mean? And, sometimes what happens is that you really can't control that in certain situations, meaning that there's something about you or something that, you're doing, or just the vibe or whatever, where she doesn't feel that there's going to be a loss to not fucking with you. You understand? And so what that means is that usually a chick will sleep with you on the first night when she feels like this is her only opportunity to do so. You understand? If she feels like you're the type of guy who she can get, the next day or next week or whenever, right? She's not going to bother to do it that night because she feels that she doesn't need to. She feels she's not losing out on anything by not doing you that night. And all that really translates to is that she isn't attracted to you enough to where, she feels she needs to do it now. You understand? So, for example, let's say if this same girl ran into, I don't know, Channing Tatum at some party or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? And he's like, yo, come back to my spot. She'll probably fuck him because she feels this is the only opportunity she can get to have sex with him. She's like, oh, this is Channing Tatum. He's not going to call me back. He's not going to, hit me up next week. I got to do this shit now because I see him as the type of guy who, he's moving and shaking. He got probably 1 million girls and if I want to, make this happen, I gotta fucking do this shit now. You see what I'm saying? So like I was saying earlier, there's certain situations where you can't really control how her perception of you like that because, chicks are just going to see a certain guy like that and see other guys not like that. But the thing is that, you can sort of make it more possible, or you can make it into where more opportunities are going to present itself where a woman is going to see you like that guy she needs to sleep with on the first night. You feel what I'm saying? So in this situation with that girl number one, what I would have told her is, look, if it ain't happening tonight, then, it is what it is. You understand? You could lose my number, or I'll just lose your number and we could just keep it moving. You feel what I'm saying? And so the thing is that when you do that, when you're able to sort of call it a day with a chick in that situation, right? What it does is that it builds yourself up. It builds your confidence and self-esteem up because you're like, well, I'm just turning down this shit. I'm not even gonna try to, take it to that next level. I'm not gonna call you again. I'm not gonna take you on no dates. If you ain't trying to do this now, then, I'm good. I'm out. Right? Because What it is that you want to become that guy that she only has the opportunity to do you now. You understand what I'm saying? In that moment when you're telling her, well, listen, I ain't gonna really call you. I'm gonna lose your number. Or you can lose my number. You understand? You become that guy who she lost the opportunity with because you're not gonna call her. You're not gonna interact with her because see what you did was you tried to make it happen with both the girls and then you still tried to hit them up for the date. So basically, she was right. She didn't necessarily have to do you that night because you're the type of guy that was going to call her the next day to see her, which you did. You see what I'm saying? See, a lot of this stuff, it's what happens is, and this is why I be trying to tell you guys, when I talk about confidence, when I talk about being honest, when I talk about having integrity, because what it is that you're transforming yourself into that guy. You see what I'm saying? It's an energy. It's a vibe. So a lot of times, there are times where women can sense or tell that you're the type of guy who's probably going to call them back the next day if they say no. You feel what I'm saying? And on top of that, what you have to understand is this. Women, they'll talk all this shit, right? About, oh, well, I don't really know you and I'm not going to hook up with a guy I don't know, blah, 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 blah. They talk all that shit, but they're just talking all that shit to particular guys. Because that same girl, if she hasn't already hooked up with a dude on the first night, she will at some point. So what I mean is, they'll talk all that shit about, oh, I don't hook up with guys I don't really know, right? But she probably has hooked up with the guy she doesn't really know. But she's just telling you that because you're not the type of guy who she's going to hook up with on that first night. Or let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's say for sake of argument, she's never hooked up with a guy that she didn't really know like that, right? And she's telling you this, and in her mind, it's true. But what's going to happen is that one day she's going to find a guy that she's going to be like, fuck, I want this guy so bad. And I feel like, or I got this, I can kind of tell that if I don't fuck him tonight, I'll never see this guy again. And then what she's going to do is she's going to end up fucking that guy. Even though her quote unquote rule is, I don't fuck guys I don't really know like that. You see what I'm saying? But again, like I said, is that, what you can do in these situations is when you're trying to smash that night and you're letting her know that you're trying to smash, right? And she's not trying to smash, you need to charge it to the game. You understand? Because what you're doing, again, like I said, is you're transforming yourself into that guy who the girls need to jump on that opportunity now because you're not going to stick around. You see what I'm saying? Because if you do that at that point, when you're talking to the next girl, you have that same energy. See, this isn't even nothing you need to say. This is the energy. This is a feeling. This is that vibe that they're going to get. You understand? And then there are still going to be some girls who are going to, fall by the wayside. But what's going to happen is you're going to get more and more girls who are going to want to sleep with you quicker. You understand? And most likely on the first night because you're giving off that vibe. But you're giving off that vibe because you have transformed yourself from the guy who's going to call him back and do all this other stuff to the guy who's like, look, I'm going to call it a day with you if it ain't happening tonight. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to, become that dude. See, there's a difference between, let's say you met a chick and then y'all went on a first date and y'all was just chilling, right? But you didn't really mention nothing about sex. Y'all was just chilling. So let's say y'all didn't have sex that time, or even let's say you met a girl at a bar randomly, y'all chilling, y'all talking, but you didn't mention sex, so y'all didn't have sex, and it is what it is. But as soon as you get into the conversation about let's get it popping or come back to my place, and she's like, oh no, I don't really know you like that, and blah, 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 it's done at that point. You feel what I'm saying? It's done. Because you've already told her what you're trying to do. She's not cooperating. She's not complying. So what use is she to you at this point? You feel what I'm saying? Because at this point, you know, when you told her, hey, I'm trying to do this sex thing, and she, you know, was like, well, I don't know. I'm kind of horny, but I don't know. I don't really know you, blah, blah, blah. What happens is that now when you go home, call her the next day and try to set a date with them. You understand what I'm saying? Now you are following their lead. You're going with their program. Because her program is, well, I don't have sex with you, because I don't know you. So then now you're like, well, I guess I'm going to get to know you, or you're going to get to know me, and then we'll have sex. So now you're going with her program. Your program was, I'm trying to fuck tonight. If she ain't down with your program, what you got to do? Charge her ass to the game. Because if you're doing anything else besides that and following, what she's trying to do, you're going with her program. So you, texting her or hitting her or the other girl up the next day is going along with their program. You feel what I'm saying? So soon as you make mention of what you're trying to do and she ain't trying to do that, she's charged. So the next time you're dealing with these girls and you're in this situation where, you're flirting, you're building that sexual tension, and you're like, yo, come back to my place and blah, blah, blah. And they give you that, oh, I don't know where this, if it's anything besides yes, and they're coming along with you, charge their ass to the game. You feel what I'm saying? And remember, you got to do this because what you want to happen is you want when girls are interacting with you, you want them to have that feeling that you are the type of guy that the opportunity is now. And if you don't jump on the opportunity now, then you ain't going to get to fuck with this. You feel what I'm saying? It's that simple. Also, guys, don't forget the whole month of May, I'm having the Bad Boy membership sale. That's when you join the Bad Boy membership. You're going to get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, the audiobook for free. You're also going to get the Bad Boy book for free, and you're also going to get 60-second game book for free. So make sure you go to badboymembership.com right now to join the Bad Boy membership. Click the link below to get the ebook 60-Second Game. In this book, you learn how your confidence, verbal communication skills, appearance, response to rejection, and honesty can affect your game. Click the link below to get your copy today. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.